Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Monday, May 6th, NBA Round 2 action. Yes, Pacers, Knicks are going to be the first game up. 4:30 out here in Phoenix, 7:30 Eastern Time. What do we expect out of this series? That is a great question. We have an up and down. We're one of the fastest teams in the league at the Pacers, one of the slowest teams in the league at the Knicks. The Pacers rely on a lot of, passing the ball around. Tyrese Halliburton leading the show. And the Knicks rely on Jalen Brunson, and hopefully they get something from somebody else and figure out to win that game. So total, let's look at the line for this opening game, though. 6, past the key number of 5. The Knicks are favored by 6. They're also a 225 favorite on the money line. Total at 217.5. So we haven't seen many Knicks games with a bigger total. Against Philly, the totals were barely at 200. So the Pacers come to town. All of a sudden, the total shoots up damn near 20 points in this particular match. So they think the Knicks are going to get a little bit more sped up in this one. The way that the Vegas thinks this thing's going to get handled. So let's take a look at the breakdown. It's Brunson. And can you really count on 15-plus points from anybody else on the Knicks? Probably not. Dante DiVincenzo, if he plays like he did the last series, it's not going to help. They get contributions all over the place. Miles McBride, Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson. They're dunking and dinking around. Josh Hart. So guys like that they've been contributing, but are they contributing big-time points? No, it's more about the defensive side for the Knicks. When you go to the offense for the Pacers, they don't really have a huge point scorer. Halliburton led them with 20 points a game, a little over 20 points a game, but he was averaging 25 really until the injury right before the All-Star break on that as well. So he is definitely cooled down on the points production since that point. This game here, though, the number is too big. Do I think the Pacers can win? They have a shot, just like everybody does here. But 6 is too big in this game. I just don't see the 6 on there. Now the Pacers obviously take care of the Bucks 4-2, and they played like a one-man show in Damian Lillard because Giannis was out, and Damian Lillard was going for 30+. It seemed like every game, and they still won that series in 6 games, even though they were the road team as well. Don't sleep on the Pacers here. I know a lot of Knicks fans it's Knicks, and I don't have a problem with the Knicks. I think they still have a great shot to win the game. I just think 6 points is way too many points for them to be laying realistically against anybody because the games with them are normally pretty tight unless it was against piss-poor teams during the regular season. So let's give you the bets here in the Pacers-Knicks. Pacers plus 2.5 first quarter, plus 4 first half, plus 6 for the game. Isaiah Hartenstein, under 10.5 points. And let's see, nothing else for Hartenstein, just the point prop there. Halliburton, quite a few props here. Over 17.5 points. 3+ threes. 4+ threes. Over 31.5 par. That's points, assists, rebounds combined. And then we also like Halliburton over 2.5 turnovers. And then we have Miles McBride off the bench. We mentioned him. At home, we will take his point prop. 10+ points for McBride. TJ McConnell for the Pacers. He is a nuisance. Trust me, for the second unit, over 8.5 points for McConnell. On McBride, we also like 2+ threes. And then let's take a look at a couple other bets. Brunson under 48.5 par. Are we really serious? Brunson's now up to, he's like Luka and Jokic? No. 48.5 par is a monster number. We're going to take the under there. Brunson over 3.5 turnovers. Indiana will cause you some turnovers and get into that fast break. And then let's see. One more bet here. Siakam 8+ rebounds in this matchup. I expect a lot of missed shots. Siakam is a pretty good rebounder. Not as good as Josh Hart. Not as good as Hartenstein. But a good rebounder. So let's go through all those bets one more time for you in the Pacers and the Knicks. Pacers plus 2.5 first quarter, plus 4 first half, plus 6 for the game. Hartenstein under 10.5 points. Miles McBride, 10+ points, 2+ threes. Brunson under 48.5 par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Brunson over 3.5 turnovers. Siakam 8+ rebounds. TJ McConnell over 8.5 points. And then we've also got Halliburton for a few here, over 17.5 points, 3+ threes, 4+ threes, over 31.5 par, and over 2.5 turnovers. All right, one more game. We saw a tremendous game, game 1 on Saturday night between the T-Wolves and the Nuggets. This one going off Monday at 7 out here in Phoenix, 10 o'clock Eastern time. I apologize, all you people out on the East Coast that have to stay up late for this game, but I think it's going to be one of those you probably want to make sure you watch. 206.5 total. So total was 208.5 roughly. The first game comes down a couple points. The Nuggets were favored by 4.5 in the first game. The T-Wolves, I don't know if they could have shot any better in game 1. I expect a little point regression here. Maybe not shoot the ball as well, especially the second half. Naz Reid and Karl Anthony Towns could not miss. Nuggets, on the other hand, Jamal Murray, first half, 0 points. Jokic played tremendous. He got over his point prop. Of course, the point prop went up a couple points because he ended up with 32. And then he also, the problem where he struggled was rebounding. There are a lot of good rebounders in this series. Rudy Gobert, Towns can grab some boards. For the Timberwolves side, Michael Porter, and then also Jokic on that side. There's a lot of good rebounders here. And not only Jaden McDaniels is an excellent rebounder for the T-Wolves as well. So, when Jokic's rebound props at 12.5, it's a little tough to get home with all the good rebounders, especially on the other side there. But points-wise, we expect quite a bit out of Jokic. Anthony Edwards had a masterful 40-plus point game in Game 1 as well. Don't know if he's going to quite be able to put up 40 plus, but it is sure a joy to watch him when he is working. It is fun. But he did shoot well. He didn't miss many shots in the second half either. That was the reason the T-Wolves came back down 4 at the half in a low-scoring game, 44-40, and make a run back. If you look at the first quarter, Anthony Edwards was on fire for the first 6 minutes. The Nuggets dominated the last 6 minutes of the first quarter. Second half, it was a push. And then they were still up. No, I'm sorry. They won by both quarters by 2. Apologize about that. And then all of a sudden, T-Wolves down 4 at halftime could not miss a freaking shot. It was unbelievable offense on that side. Denver was actually had hands in their face, and they still couldn't miss in this one. So, Nuggets line was 4.5 in Game 1. So, guess what it's at for Game 2, and they lost 5.5, right? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Trust me, Vegas knows what they're talking about here. They're waiting for the shooting regression from the T-Wolves as well. So we're rolling with the Nuggets here. Let's give you all the bets we have in this game. Nuggets minus 1.5 in the first quarter, minus 3.5 in the first half, minus 5.5 for the game. Jokic, 30-plus points, 2+ threes, as he has plenty of opportunities to shoot threes, as Gobert does not come out to the three-point line. Well, then we've also got, Jokic over 3.5 turnovers. I believe he had 5 or 6 in Game 1. T-Wolves will turn you over no matter how good you are. It's just the way it goes. Their defense is outstanding. Then we're going to go to Jamal Murray. We will be betting this until he proves us wrong. Under points and under par, you can almost guarantee it from us until he goes over, because the T-Wolves have handled him in 5 games this season where he hasn't scored 20. So under 22.5 points, under 2.5 three-pointers made, under 32.5 par. Michael Porter Jr. had an excellent game, Game 1. We expect him to come back and shoot well again. Over 17.5 points for Porter, 3+ threes as well in that one. Then we have Jaden McDaniels, 5+ rebounds. He well surpassed that mark in Game 1. But like him for 5+ rebounds, and it was plus money on a couple sites, FanDuel especially on that one. Rudy Gobert had 2+ blocks. We expect him to get that one more time. And then Anthony Edwards, I'd love to play his point prop and everything like that, but we're pushing 30. When he's at the 25, 26 mark, a lot more comfortable there. So we're just going to play Edwards over 3.5 turnovers. Now, he did not turn the ball over in the first game. He might have had 1. It was a very low turnover game for Edwards, but normally he does turn the ball over quite a bit more than that. All right, so we'll go give you those bets in the Nuggets T-Wolves game one more time. Game 2 of the series. Nuggets minus 1.5 first quarter, minus 3.5 first half, minus 5.5 for the game. Jokic, 30-plus points, 2+ threes, over 3.5 turnovers. Jamal Murray, under 22.5 points, under 32.5 par, points, assists, rebounds combined, under 2.5 threes. Michael Porter, over 17.5 points, 3+ threes. Then we have Gobert for 2+ blocks, Jaden McDaniels for 5+ rebounds, and Anthony Edwards over 3.5 turnovers. So a lot of bets there for 2 games. So make sure you do check out our Google Sheets. This is a ledger of all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we bet, and then also what book we place those at. So you can do so in multiple places. On YouTube at the end of every episode, you will find it'll be in the comment section, there'll be a link to the Google Sheet. It's docs.google.com/spreadsheet. And in our YouTube and TikTok pages, channel pages, you will find it there as well. Same website, or same link, docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Click into that link, go to 23-24 basketball, scroll all the way down to May 6th. You will see all of these plays there. Also, we might have a play or two, as we do this, try to do it well ahead of time, we might have a play or two that we add as well. So make sure you check those out. And as always, if you can subscribe or follow us on whatever social media platform you're watching us on, makes life really simple to find us. Once you hit that subscribe button, we're in your subscriptions tab, or hit the follow button, we'll be in your followers tab, so you can get all these bets ahead of time to give you plenty of time to match them up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need in order to go to the betting app or betting window. And as always, if you want, or not as always, if you want to make life even simpler to find us, turn on notifications for YouTube, TikTok, or any of the social media platforms you find us on. You'll get a notification to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets, give you plenty of time to match them up with your bets, and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. We do appreciate everybody's support, as always, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.